Cheers.
Cheers.
Finally we're having a beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a few videos since
Bit
we've
of
done
the
that.
smoky fire going.
Mm.
Some dead animals in the background. It's Africa.
This is Africa.
This is Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. What a game. Well, a great game.
Yes.
Like, it was competitive. Like,
Yeah.
after the first 10 minutes, I mean, Leinster had scored 3 tries.
Yeah.
And I thought this is going to be an absolute walkover.
Yeah, then I thought, actually, from a final perspective, this is going to be a bit one-sided, but boy, was I wrong.
Yes.
As a neutral, what a enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
But for the whole match.
Yeah, as a neutral, it was enjoyable, but I obviously, because Leinster is from the URC,
Yes.
I want to believe that the URC has the best,
Yeah.
is the best competition.
Yes.
And I was a bit like bleak that Leinster sort of. It wasn't a case of that Leinster didn't play well.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like they didn't play well. They played well. It's almost like La Rochelle in the second half or towards the end of the first half already were just playing better. Like, they were holding the ball,
Yes.
constantly running at Leinster, and Leinster was just defending, and they were doing it very well.
Yes.
But you can't defend forever.
I think there were a few crucial moments. Obviously, amazing start by Leinster. Dan
Amazing.
Sheehan, what a machine.
Was that, did he get 2 tries or was it just 1?
No, 2, yeah. Was
2,
it?
yeah.
And he stole quite a few balls as well.
Yeah.
But yes, amazing set move
That first
from
try.
Jack Conan to
Gibson.
Sheehan. Yeah.
I think he popped it down to Gibson Park in the middle of the
yes.
line out, and he pumped through and he
Yes.
passed it to, I think, Sheehan, and then
Yeah, and then he just had
And
a
Sheehan-
clear run.
well, it wasn't clear. He had to do a little bit. He
Yeah, he did
sort
a bit of a
s-
shimmy, yeah.
shimmy, and then went round him and scored.
Yeah, and then they just had all the momentum, and then La Rochelle managed to get themselves back into the game. And I think that score just before half-time by La
That was
Rochelle was absolutely crucial.
And also the missed kicks by Leinster. I mean,
yeah.
3 tries in, and they were only 17-0 up.
Yes. Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's also psychological. I mean,
Yes.
La Rochelle scores 2 tries. They're still behind,
Yeah.
but it's like you're kind of still in it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. If you score there, you're sort of in the game.
Yeah.
And they scored very close to the post, and they converted it. And then it must have been. Look, Ronan O'Gara has to be a good coach. I
Yes.
mean,
I was wondering what the crowd was thinking about Ronan
Yeah.
O'Gara, like
yes,
like
his
air
celebration was over the
punching.
top.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if there wasn't. It was a little bit
He
of.
was a Munster guy,
Oh, is it?
if I remember correctly. He
Yeah.
played for Munster.
Mm.
So I don't know, maybe some of the guys will say how strong that provincialism is. Maybe he really dislikes Leinster.
Maybe he hates Leinster.
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, yes, he was over the top happy. Of course, you're happy because you've won
Look, it
a
wasn't.
major competition, but it seemed a bit like a revenge type happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, as much as I wanted Leinster to win,
Yeah.
like La Rochelle, I mean, they did well in terms of, like, last year. Somehow they won that game in France,
yes.
and then I did not think they were going to win in Dublin. No ways. I mean,
No way in hell. No.
And I think perhaps, I don't know if we're there in our notes, but
Yeah.
I mean, should we talk about how Leinster's busy rotating their team and that sort of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the best thing to rest your players? Should they be match ready? I mean, we said it already back when they came to Pretoria,
Yes.
and they basically threw the game against us.
Yeah.
They just sent like
Like a C team.
whoever to come and play
Yeah.
against us, and then, I mean, any team, doesn't matter how good they are, to
Yeah.
get like 60 points against them, that's not good.
Look,
It's bad for the psyche, I think.
if I look at a few key moments, Ross Byrne hasn't played in quite a while. We've mainly seen Harry Byrne play, and he didn't have a great game, I don't think, if you talk about the conversions and so forth.
Yeah.
Tyke Furlong went off in somewhere in the 40 minutes, just after half time, and I would have tried my best to have Dan Sheehan finish the game.
Mm.
He was the best player out of the 30 on the field.
Yeah.
He was the best, and he had to go off.
His
after 60
steals
minutes.
were crucial.
And those are all 3 players who haven't had a lot of game time. You
Yeah.
mentioned James Lowe. kicking the ball out on the full. We haven't seen him in a while. He didn't have an amazing game.
Yeah.
He scored a try, but I mean, and when they were on the defence all the time, I thought they could have been better. What do you think?
Yeah,
What's your
yeah.
thought? What
No,
are your thoughts?
exactly. So,
Yeah.
so I would have liked to have seen, more consistency in their selection over the last, let's say, month.
Yeah.
I know that they obviously they were looking to go the full distance in the Champions Cup,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
is it the best to just send like a complete second team
Yeah.
to South Africa,
Yeah. Now you're getting into
or
this
third team even?
to the mental part of it, where the guys that are on the field, they start thinking, here we go again.
Yeah,
And
because it really is. I mean,
yeah.
last week we said that there's no way, like they have to win this weekend,
Yeah.
because last year was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was losing in the semis to the Bulls, losing in the final to La Rochelle,
Yeah.
and then it's just more of the same this year.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so they're definitely one of the top 3 best teams in Europe, and they've got no trophy to show for it
Yeah,
in none of the competitions that they play in. So
and
that
also,
will be very worrying for them.
also if I was Andy Farrell now
Yeah.
at Ireland in
Yeah.
the head coach position,
Yes.
I would have been watching this game hoping to create a little bit of momentum, because we know that Leinster is like very heavily stacked with Irish,
Yes,
internationals.
Yeah.
So I would have liked to, if we think back to from our perspective, like the Bulls in 2007, that gave us a little bit of confidence going into the Rugby World Cup.
Yes. So it was the core of the Springbok
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can read into it. They're obviously they must be very scientific in their approach of game time.
There are smarter guys
Yeah.
figuring it out. It's just we're just making observations, but it's
yeah.
just
If you look at the end result of the season for them, they will be worried from a game time match fit point of view, possibly, and definitely from a mental point of view of how do you cope. And that was the weird thing. I think they did all the right things to win the game, and there was a kick
Yeah,
on
they
the 10
did.
metre line, sort of in the cornerish, and you've got Ross Byrne, which is probably after Sexton the choice fly half for Ireland. And they decide to, and with 4 minutes to go,
why
6
didn't they
minutes
go?
to go, and they didn't go for posts.
Yeah, but do you think he's not a good enough goal kicker, or
I
it
think,
was a hard kick?
I think in a final test match, whatever, you have to go for it, because if you miss it, they kick off, and you get the ball back and you
again,
can try
yeah.
again, But if you don't score the try, then you're in trouble. Yeah, and why didn't they score the try?
Why didn't they score the try? I didn't even know, I know sort of how to say his name. It's like Ala Atua.
Ala Toa.
Ala Atua.
Yeah, Alan Ala.
That was reckless. That was reckless. I mean,
They say that player was jumping around on the side of the field.
the guy that got hit.
The guy that got hit.
So it was a bit
Someone
of a
somewhere mentioned that
bit of a dive.
he was fine. He was on his feet
Yeah,
afterwards.
but
If
it was a hard hit on the.
No, it's definitely it's the right call.
It's the right call, but
Um,
I wonder. Do you think that the high tackle just before that, who went off with the yellow from La Rochelle?
yes. No, same thing. I thought it was all.
I thought it was
justified.
also going to be a red card.
Yeah, and they say it slid up, but I thought it was straight on the chin.
Yeah, but it's neither here nor there, because he was
No,
off anyway.
It was off for the rest of
It
the
was
game
70
in any
70
case.
minutes.
So
But that I mean, if you want to be a
Big
champion side,
yes.
you can't. I mean, that's just soft.
Yes.
Like I was convinced Leinster was going to score,
And the position on the field,
Yeah.
it's
and the crowd is behind them, and it's
yes.
just like
And I just thought, just get another penalty.
I thought,
just
like,
get another
for a
penalty.
friggin' drop goal. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw what happened with Munster and Leinster the
Yeah.
week before.
Mm.
They'll get another penalty. Like La Rochelle was.
Why do you want to put yourself in a drop goal position when you had a penalty to win the game?
Yeah,
Okay, might have been a difficult kick, but if you're that good, if you're there, if you're in Leinster, if you've been chosen as fly half, you need to make that kick.
you need to make that kick. You have to.
Yeah.
No, it's disappointing.
So yeah, like I say, I feel very sorry for Leinster. It's a URC team. It's a team that we have a lot of respect for. But same goes for La Rochelle, winning it twice in a row. Winning
I didn't know they were that good.
winning these big competitions twice in a row is huge.
We obviously know Raymond Rule from
Yes, and Dylan Lates.
and Dylan Lates from back in the
Yeah.
day. Raymond Rule played for the Cheetahs
Yes.
and for Province at one stage.
Yeah, and Lates
And
for
Lates
Province.
for Province.
Mm.
Obviously, we know Will Skelton as well. That guy
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
enormous.
and Aldrit, who's the French starting number 8, had a great game, captain.
Yeah, is he a flank?
The 8th man.
Eighth man.
Yeah, and his English wasn't too bad after,
Wasn't bad.
after the game.
But except he called it Diblin.
Yes, it's
playing in Diblin.
yeah, so, yeah.
And do you want to say anything about the referee? Like, we had a discussion about it.
There were, as neutrals, I thought it sort of went. When the final whistle went, I thought maybe in the second half the 50-50 calls went La Rochelle's way a little bit. But there was nothing blatant. Someone
Yeah.
mentioned that on camera you couldn't see the grounding of La Rochelle's try in the second half, but he said he saw it. So the guy's body the ball was sort of on a shoe, but logic also tells you, I mean, a shoe's only that wide,
Yeah.
and with a guy, 120 kg guy lying on the ball's going to go over that.
It looked like when they
was-
replayed it looked like a try.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Jaco Paper hadn't been sure and they'd referred it, I'm not sure that it would have been given.
Yeah,
I don't
because you couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it on the line. It looked like it was.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But he said he saw it. When a guy lies on a ball like that and he sort of looks like he's lying flat, logic tells you it's a try in any case. So I don't know if they would have been, but surely one or two guys will comment from
I want
Irish
to. Yeah, I would like to
perspective.
see, because when you're
a neutral,
we're
you
not
miss
100%. We're not 100%
Yeah.
neutral, because we kind of wanted Leinster to win,
things.
but we were a little bit more like objective. So you don't check for that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And I thought that Leinster did so well to defend for like that for a long period,
Yes.
and all the turnovers they got. I thought
yeah.
I thought Jaco
Yeah.
Paper was he was catching those things. He wasn't
Yeah.
missing those important.
When they got to that penalty, it was a big relief for me, because I thought, they
Here it comes.
deserve to win this game.
They
They're
deserve
going to get it now.
to win something
Yeah.
like a championship.
Yeah, but it's coming. They're going to get it now. They're going to go through the stages. They'll get a penalty right in front of the post. 2 minutes to go, and yes, it was just a moment of madness, right on the net
Kind of against the
area.
run of play. Like, I didn't
Yeah,
think that
it's
was.
necessary.
Yeah.
We've said it all season. Just coach it out of the game. Don't charge into rucks to clean guys out.
Yeah.
Rather do a crocodile roll or a leg lift or something.
Yeah.
But don't take a run up and charge in, because that's going to be a red card.
And was it necessary in that instance?
No.
Like, was the ball under so much threat? Was possession under so much threat that he had to? take a drastic-
I don't necessarily think so, no.
Because
It's a pretty big guy.
didn't they anyway have the penalty advantage?
No. I don't think so.
I think they did, dude.
Did they?
Yes. Remember, it was a penalty, and then they went. No, wasn't it?
I don't think there was a penalty advantage, because I was waiting for a penalty. I couldn't believe that La Rochelle, and if you dissect it, I'm sure there might have been
Maybe.
a little offside somewhere. If you're Irish, you'll think, yes, no, that guy was offside, or that guy's foot was over there.
I felt like they had to go,
Offside.
they had to go offsides to stop the
Yes.
momentum. What was
They
happening?
would have gone offsides eventually.
Must have. Yeah.
Shame, that poor guy must feel so bad
Ala Toa.
today. Ala Toa.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
they
but
were
it's
in that
he
position.
also didn't lose them the game. Like,
No, they shouldn't have
it's
been
hard
in
to
that position.
pinpoint.
from-
It's kind of like they defended for too long, and when they did turn the ball over with the penalties that they got, they didn't hold it long enough and go score. I mean, how many points did they score from the first 10 minutes after they went up 3 tries? You know.
It's the definition of a game of two halves, because they made it look so easy in the first half, and in the second half they just couldn't get enough ball
Yeah.
and enough go forward to score. And that's pressure. That's when things start coming into your mind.
I can't believe that La Rochelle are that good that they could
Yeah.
absorb that and just come back.
I think man for man, Leinster has to be better. They just have the better winning mentality. for
Worries
Rochelle.
me. Friggin' worries me for the World Cup.
Definitely.
Those Frenchies.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway,
All right, I think that's it, eh?
that's it. Then next week, URC, Munster, Stormers.
I said I think the Stormers are going to win.
Maybe Munster can take it for the for Ireland, but obviously we'll be supporting.
Hello, little man.
Hello.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.